Hey, yo, what up? This your boy David Lucas, and thank you for checking out another episode of The Fat Pessimist. I got some funny motherfuckers here with me. We all been killing the Austin scene, but nobody's from Austin. That's the crazy part. I got my dog Eddie Trevino over here. He out of Dallas, right?
Simone.
Where?
Yes.
Oh, Dallas.
Simone means yes.
Oh, okay.
Or Simon. I don't know how to say it now.
I got my dog Ehsan Ahmad. Of course, y'all see him at the Comedy Store.
What up?
My boy Deric Poston.
What's the word on the turd?
Yeah. And Sam Lopez, man.
What's up?
Yeah. Just met Eddie, but I've been knowing these other three knucklehead ass niggas for a few years. We all Comedy Store motherfuckers. And Eddie, what was it? I think Brandon over at the Vulcan told me about you.
On Easter.
It was Easter? Yeah, it was Easter. He was like, hey, man, I got this nigga that opened up for Dave Chappelle. I was like, nigga, he opened up for Dave Chappelle.
Damn, how'd you get that gig?
That was at Comedy Works in Denver, Colorado. I was there for spring break with my kids, and then I did a set on Tuesday for the open mic, and the guy that runs it booked me the next day because Dave was supposed to go to Arizona, and he stopped there because there was a waitress that bought the place that used to work there. So he stopped there to, I guess, support her. Oh, yeah. And it sold out in 30 minutes, and I was first in line, and he remembered my set from the day before, so he asked me to open. It was me, Josh Blue, and Dave.
Holy shit, bro.
Dude, a lot of my gigs were like lucky situations. Like I hosted for Ludacris at the Dr. Pepper Arena only because I was at the after party for Kevin Hart at the after
good
party.
Shit.
So it was just being at the right place at the right time, man.
I feel like opening up for Dave Chappelle is just to say, like, I opened up for Dave Chappelle. Like, I feel like, I mean, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, like, he's so big and he's established, like, who he fucks with that we would never, like, get on by opening for him.
Yeah.
I feel you'd have to. I mean, this is I think you'd have to open for. You'd have to be like his guy. You'd have to go on the road with him, like how Mo Amer.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to go out with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, have that consistent FaceTime.
Yeah, like opening for Dave Chappelle isn't like a Johnny Carson type situation
Right.
where it's like if you open for him once, here it goes.
Right.
It's a milking thing, yeah.
JRE can do that for you though.
Yeah,
one popping JRE. Like if you pop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but JRE is being shown every day, all the time. People are playing those all the time. That's
3
why
hours,
it's not like a show, which is only gonna last that moment.
But do y'all feel like JRE has lost a little bit of what it had because of Spotify?
I think less people watch it probably,
Bruh.
right? Because just because people just don't like change in general.
Bruh,
so
for
even
real.
if you move to any platform, whatever platform, it would have lost some people. The problem, at least on my end for Spotify, is that it's hard to use sometimes. That's what I find. So it's like I'm not like it's not so easy. Like I could just go on and watch Jerry anytime on YouTube and click around.
Right.
Spotify, it's like it's like a whole ordeal. It doesn't work on my phone sometimes. Like. So it's like I still watch the clips, but I stay on YouTube.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Also, YouTube has found a way to like kind of fill the gap because they know what you like. Like if you were watching JRE on YouTube, they know which guests you liked on JRE. So now they're showing you videos of like, hey, you kind of like this stuff. Are you interested?
Our buddy Jamar Neighbors was on JRE when it was on Spotify, and I told him, I said, bruh, had you been on JRE when it was on YouTube, you would have 1 million views and at least 50,000 followers.
Ooh, I see what you're saying because I mean I will say this for me personally, I feel like I used to watch it all the time or at least stop by it. I would always drive by it, you know, on YouTube. If I'm on YouTube, I'm gonna drive by, see who was on Rogan, see what they were talking about maybe. But now that it's on Spotify, I never look anymore, and so it's like that can't just be me.
Nah.
There's no way I'm the only person like that in the world.
I'm the same
No,
way,
there's
bro.
4 other people on this couch that also feel how you feel, so there's gotta be way more.
I used to watch JRE all the time, and it was mostly the guests that he has on there that gets me interested.
100%.
Like when he had Robert Downey Jr., I mean,
Yes.
just the commentary was like legit for me. Like just how he spoke about playing blackface on Tropic Thunder. That was
Hell
just
yeah.
a hilarious story.
I've seen people come up from, like, Annie Lederman already had a following, but I saw her go on JRE and jump up like 20,000 followers.
Yeah, she had a moment. She had a moment on Jerry. But, I mean, it was on YouTube and it was visible, I feel like.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not that you still can't blow up on it. I'm not going to say that. But it's just, I will say this, bro. It ain't as visible. That's for damn. It ain't as visible, bro. It's behind a paywall now.
But I mean,
anything behind the paywall is not gonna be as visible. It's free.
There was a clip that it was on JRE that he posted about what's in the new bill, that new COVID bill.
Yeah.
He was describing all the unnecessary stuff that was on there, and YouTube took that video down, or Spotify did, or somebody
YouTube
did.
also took down the video of Andrew Schultz when he had Alex Jones on.
Yeah, so YouTube, it will. They're like any sort of quote vaccine misinformation, they take down immediately. So if Alex Jones said anything about a vaccine during any of the episodes, YouTube's gonna take it down.
But Alex Jones is like banned from everything.
It is also Alex Jones.
How come they can take that down, but people can make whole documentaries that are about how the vaccine is a problem, and those can remain up?
Are they still up?
Like, oh yeah, you don't see there's conspiracy documentaries all over YouTube.
That's true.
But if someone who's like, I guess, not a conspiracy theorist talks about it, it's not appropriate. That's because they're drawing a line as to like, oh, these people have pool.
My first time ever seeing Alex Jones was on somebody's podcast that they were doing live for New Year's. And I saw his crazy ass. I think it was Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
They were doing it on New Year's. And I was like, who is this insane motherfucker? And then I just went down like a rabbit hole of who the fuck is Alex Jones? But he's an Austin local. And also the venue that we do Kill Tony at, they wouldn't allow him to be a guest on Kill Tony.
Why?
Because from what the owner was telling me is that like because Alex Jones is an Austin local and I guess what he's associated with, when he tends to go places and people see that, people like protest that place and not try to give it business.
Yeah, it's a lot of, from a business owner standpoint, I get it. It's a lot of negative publicity that you don't want to deal with. Why would you deal with that? Because then you would have protesters show up at Anton's. 100%.
People hate him because he did, like he said, Sandy Hook didn't happen, right? Is that why people really turned?
That's when he went from like. That's when he got deplatformed, when he said Sandy Hook was a hoax. And that's when it all sort of snowballed for him.
But there's other videos on YouTube saying that Sandy Hook was full of crisis actors.
Yeah, but he's like the guy. You know, he's like the figurehead of the whole situation.
How did he get rich?
By saying stuff like that into a
Infowars.
microphone.
Infowars? Oh, okay.
The last video I saw of him was he was at where the kids were in the cages recently, and then he saw this guy put like kids in the back of his car, like maybe 5 or 6 kids, and just was like yelling at him for like kidnapping kids, like he's part of the problem. It was just some crazy shit. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Damn, Alex Jones. I know the building he lives in is very nice.
Yeah, he's still got to be loaded, right?
He got bread, bro. He got bread.
Golly.
He got buddy, dog.
You can't be broke and like.
Yeah, you can't be broke. When you have a strong opinion, you know you're not broke.
Yeah,
Right.
That's how I feel. When people have a strong opinion, like Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr, when you have your own point of view and it doesn't coincide with what the rest of the world has, you're gonna be a wealthy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get at least 1%. Was that you the other day that was saying that if you can relate to 1% of
that was Joan Rivers said that on Nerdist. She said if you can connect to 1% of the population, you can sell at stadiums.
There was this white kid at an open mic last night that was yelling that George Floyd didn't get murdered, or like he was just basically going against all the grain, and somehow it kind of worked for him because he was saying some now shit. But there's gonna be a following that just appreciates.
But was he funny?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, of course
funny
not.
at all.
There's always my favorite people to follow. You guys ever heard of the Hodge twins?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, if those aren't the 2 funniest niggas
They
on planet
are.
Earth,
That Jesse Smollett shit,
bro, they're the best, dude. I love those guys. I like the idea of like, but they have a following, and they
do.
fucking. I don't even know how they sleep at night, but they have a following. They hate black people. They hate
fu-
themselves.
They do
I've
hate
never seen
black
2 niggas hate themselves more. Like while they talk about like, it's like, bro, that shit's crazy. But I do enjoy it. But like you said, you can have a following for anything.
Yeah.
But man, that shit don't last, fool. It's like that J. Cole line in 1985 where he's talking about Lil Pump. I listen to rap and he's talking about like how, like eventually those fans that you have now are gonna grow up.
Yeah.
Right.
And like they're not gonna listen to that shit no more.
Right,
They're gonna want
right.
some fucking more timeless kind of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they got older.
Yeah.
So
What's it called?
that
I
shit
mean,
won't last.
even what you call it got fans. Who was that? What was his name? Dane Cook.
Well, Dane Cook is great at what he does.
But bruh, like a lot of people at the Comedy Store wasn't happy when he was about to be passed or some shit.
No, people just don't like him because of what he did and how he's he's an asshole. He's a dick. You can't be a dick all the time and have people like you.
Yeah,
It looked like
yeah.
his face is morphing into a dick. That's why like, he just morphed into
That's
one.
hilarious. On his Jeep Wrangler, it says something like #1 comic.
Mic drop.
No, it said
Mic
mic
drop. That's what
drop,
that's
bro.
what it
Mic
is.
drop.
You see what I'm saying? That's it. Shit like this.
It
No,
does.
it doesn't.
It does. I remember it said
Yes.
something crazy. I remember
It
it said,
does.
No, it said that. It said that just and that's who he is as a person. You know what I mean? He is that as a human being. He walks around like
Yeah,
that.
you could tell a lot when you work at the comic store just how big comics treat people, and it really shows like where they are in the sort of comedy world, right? Like Rogan, Bill Burr, they go out of their way to say hi to door guys a lot of the time.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, and look at what they're loved by the comics, they're loved by people, and then you have Dane Cook who, man, looks at you like you're not even human if you're not on his level.
He acts like everyone is a fan. Like even when he's coming in, you're wearing the Comedy Store shirt, and he'll be like, "Hi," and like keep going.
Yeah,
It's like, no, bro, talk to me like you know I'm a comic and you know what the fuck this is. Dog.
Right.
Hell yeah.
right, and it's like that sort of explains where he is in the comedy world, right? It's like, sure, he can still sell out crazy amounts of
Right.
venues.
Because he is still a bit. Now I will say this.
He's great at.
If you
yes.
watch him still in the main room at the Comedy Store, bro, like right before COVID, that motherfucker.
He was ripping.
He was ripping.
He was ripping.
Great stories.
I can't take nothing from him.
Yeah.
He had a great story about a missing girl, and I was like, I did not want to like this motherfucker, but this shit is funny.
This shit's funny as hell,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
The last thing she went to was the Dane Cook concert.
I hope that. I don't even think that joke's out yet. That's
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I hope it's out.
Oh,
You put it out. It's fun.
shit.
Because I don't think that's special. No, there's no way it's out yet. Because
No.
he was doing that before COVID.
Because that was right before COVID.
Yeah, he hasn't put out anything.
Well, whoops.
Nah, it's all right. Let's tell the whole thing. He's working out that bit for a long time.
yeah.
That shit was
Year.
funny as
It's
fuck.
a great
you,
bit.
ever seen Dane Cook live?
No, I never seen him
He's
live.
great.
Beast. I wouldn't want to follow him.
Yeah.
No. Oh, hell no. Hell
A
no.
monster.
Would y'all say the same thing for Chris D'Elia? Is he going back to the
I
store?
can follow Chris D'Elia.
Yeah.
Is he a monster at comedy?
No, it's like you know
He's charismatic.
that the the stories
But you
that
didn't
came
think D'Elia was
out.
good? I'm sorry.
The stories that came out, and he did a little apology podcast or
I
whatever.
think he would have been fine had he not been so clean. I think when you're clean, like a Bill Cosby, a Chris D'Elia, where it's like you don't even drink and smoke and do that shit, it's easy to cancel you. But it's like if you're an asshole like a Corey Holcomb, a Patrice O'Neal, a Bill Burr, a Louis C.K. Bouncing right back.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis bouncing right back. When you're not this squeaky clean motherfucker, it's kind of,
yeah.
it's like,
Also, I will say this to D'Elia's defense. Those other guys were not accused of fucking underage girls. So it's a little easier to bounce back when, you're not being literally accused.
right. No, that's
actively.
true. That's
Like,
true.
Yeah.
Something illegal, not
Yeah.
just inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Louis was inappropriate. Yeah, Joey, even Joey, like when they tried to cancel Joey, which was my
Can't
favorite.
cancel Joey
Yeah,
Diaz.
for offering stage time, give a blowjob for stage time, and it's like, and he's like, yeah, I did that, but it's like, hey man, that's a deal.
That's a-
Right.
yeah,
that's
it's
a
not
bargain.
illegal.
That's a transaction.
It's a transaction, yeah.
That's all that is.
You
Dude.
can't cancel a motherfucker that talks about kidnapping somebody on stage.
Dude, there
Yeah.
was a
For doing something legal.
there was a
Yeah.
there was a scene on a show called How I Met Your Mother called The Naked Man, and it works supposedly 2 out of 3 times depending on the episode. But he just did an upgraded Naked Man. He just added jacking off into it. Louis
Oh, you talking about,
C.K.
Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
Yeah, what he did was like extremely inappropriate, bro. That's all. It's like, hey man,
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't do that. That's
It
one of
was
those
over
things,
the
like,
phone,
hey,
right?
Don't do that. Well, it was during
In
and
person?
over the phone.
Some of them were in person.
But he always
Oh.
asked.
He always asks.
I'm just saying you probably should. Now the women said yes, so it's like, yo man, you're a grown.
He's
How do
like
you
the
get in trouble
Yin
for
Yang
that?
twins, right? At least they asked. They never got Me Too'd.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude on the women's part because if he asked you and you said yes and he did it, he was kind of expecting you to keep that between the two of you.
Hey, you
I
heard
just
it
feel
here
like,
first.
Like if that's how it went down, if he's like, "Hey, can I do this?"
It's also
You said yes.
it's also
kind
the
of like-
setting.
Yeah.
Where were these places? Weren't they like in offices and shit?
Yeah, that's the
It was in his
problem.
hotel
That's in
room.
his
Oh, but
hotel
here's the thing. The argument is
women he worked with.
Yeah.
so that's
the
a problem.
argument
Yeah,
is
that's
the
what you do.
women say yes because of the power structure.
That's where
That's
that's
how
how
they
they say.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
He had no
Yeah.
power then. He had no power to act, because that'd be like acting like some guy who's coming up saying like, "Hey man, I'm the writer for Blackish." You're not gonna be like, "Oh well, here's my pussy." That's not how that works. Like
Right.
that's just not how that
Right.
works, bro. You don't act like these writers, like somebody who's a writer, a writer comic does not have power. A famous comic, D'Elia, yeah, that's power, bro. That's a famous person. Louis C.K. in the writers' room was not a famous comic, bro.
Right.
What
Right.
famous? There is no comic in the writers' room just smashing hoes because
Right.
he's in a writers' room.
Our buddy Jerron Horton is a writer, and he can't do that.
No,
He don't have power.
Yeah.
He's
That's
a
what I'm saying.
writer.
He's a writer, but he ain't got. And he's a guy who has like leverage in the scene and can do all
Right.
this, but he has no power. Like where it's like so. I don't like when they say that. Like it wasn't Louis C.K. now doing that shit. Where it's like, oh, of course.
Power is such a vague term. What do you mean they have power? Like, are they
Like-
above you? Yes. But anything, it's like that can mean anything from like literally this person could book me on a comedy show
Like
to
a-
this person can make my career.
Yeah,
it's too broad of a term.
It's very vague, and you can sort of use that word however you want it to fit in certain situations.
Absolutely.
I feel like prior to the incident, Louis C.K. did have life-changing power. But
Yeah,
when he was a
absolutely.
writer, he didn't have.
No.
Was he gonna write you into a show?
Yeah, no, and even still, like some show that he doesn't own, it's like, no, he had life-changing power when he was making movies, the biggest comic in the world, and he had Louis, where it's like, yo, if Louis C.K. decided he was going to put you on his show or do whatever, then yeah, that's life-changing
Yeah,
power. He
right.
had
Yeah.
that power. Or him just even co-signing you. He had that kind of power. It's like if Louis C.K. comes out on Twitter and goes, this person is my favorite comic, that person's selling out tickets.
Right.
That was part of Hannibal Buress's blow up. Someone asked Louis C.K. who's your favorite comic that people don't really know about, and he said Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress be low-key out here wilding, bro. There was a video of him a few years ago with him like fighting some cops in Miami when he was drunk.
Oh yeah, he talked about it on stage. It's fucking hilarious. Yo, my Hannibal Buress story is I used to work at this comedy club called the Madhouse in San Diego, Madhouse Comedy Club. And one night, bro, being a door guy there, it's like, you remember this?
I was there, yeah.
He was there. It was like 1 a.m, late, and open mics going on, and in stumbles Hannibal fucking Buress, bro. And
Yeah.
he gets so shit-faced, just at the bar by himself. Nobody bothers him. Everybody's just like, oh shit, everybody leave him alone. Everybody's like, yeah, you want to go up? He was like, no. He drank. He hung out with this guy who was booking the club at that time named Polo.
Yeah.
And I told him, yo, he drank so much that like he had to Polo had to carry him home. And then but I just remember that was my damn, this nigga is an animal.
Yeah.
Hannibal Buress, I seen him at Oktoberfest in Dallas. It was him, Sarah Silverman, and Louis C.K. And I think he had the best set. He was like third to last, but Louis was like making people walk. But he was being Louis, like not giving a fuck. I feel like he approached the stage like, this is people from Texas. Who gives a fuck? And I guess that was like most of his
Bro, Hannibal Buress
commentary.
just got they was booing him when he did a show in Pasadena during quarantine. It was him and Thundercat.
Really?
People
Damn.
they were not fucking with him at that show. It was an outside show, but people in their cars. I feel like Hannibal Buress is not a car comedian.
His
Yeah.
energy is no. It's so low. It's for a comedy club.
Yeah, he's not a. I hate them car shows.
How do you
never did
feel
one.
connected to anything emotionally in a car to boo?
It's like a Zoom
Yeah,
show.
what, like how badly was he
Good.
doing?
Sam said, "Do you lean out your window?" Oh, Sam, that's so funny. Oh my god.
Have y'all did car shows?
No.
I did too.
I never did one. Yeah. Did you ever do one?
I
There's
didn't do a credit.
Yeah, I didn't do one. Either.
there's no reaching anything. It's basically like doing an open mic at Marty's. We know about Marty's.
Oh yeah,
it was-
I never went up at Marty's, but I would go with him all the time. And every time he'd be like, "Oh Marty," Marty be like, "You gonna get up?" And it's like, "No, Marty, it's me, you, and Ehsan in this bitch. No, I'm here to. I'll watch him. I'll be his audience member."
You
That's
ever
how it
been
is.
to LA?
I've been to Hollywood. That's as close as I've been.
That's LA, man.
Yeah, I don't know where you think
Well, I
that
mean, it was just in that that square area. I did a couple mics there. I went to
What square area?
I mean the fucking Walk of Fame.
with the stars.
Yeah.
Oh, the square area.
The square.
I actually know what you mean.
Square.
The square.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. There was some mics over there. Shit, I don't know.
There
I mean,
was
Marty's
one
is
at,
over
I
there.
think I did one at Hooters. It was like a
remember
bucket
that.
Yeah,
mic.
Hooters
Hooters
does have
show,
a mic.
like-
Yes,
Yeah.
The Hooters joint wasn't bad.
Bad.
That wasn't
bad.
a bad. Yeah, that wasn't a bad mic.
Did you ever do that one, Ehsan? The Hooters one?
Hooters I did once.
On there, that actually wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Did you do it when they had the curtain?
No.
Oh, because when they had the curtain, it was like a real show.
See, I was a Marty's boy. I
look at
have the whole Marty sweatshirt and everything.
I was a Marty's guy when I needed to just hear my cadence of trying to work out a new joke.
Yeah.
Not going there to try to kill, but if I just want to talk on a mic, if you get a at Marty's, that means it's hilarious.
That's where the gold is. Yeah, that's where you gotta dig.
To pay for that. It was like $5.
I never pay Marty. I'd be like, I'll pay you next time, and then I show up for 3 months.
See, because I came to the LA with the job at the store, and at that time you couldn't get up. They didn't have the cold opens. right? So
how long ago? When did you start?
2015.
Oh, okay.
So the
I
only
heard people saying like, you guys got it good now. There was no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were door guys at the best time to be door guys, for sure.
Because we were getting up all the
the
fucking
time.
compared to when other door guys you hear about when they got up, which was none.
Yeah. So but when I started, that was the only way to get like any kind of like mic time, because Marty's was the only mic available before my shift.
Yeah.
So I got used to like, okay, yeah, if you get a small little chuckle at Marty's, that's the joke.
Right. You damn sure ain't doing no other mic before you start a Comedy Store show.
No.
You got to be at that motherfucker at 6:30.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you're not getting off to 3 a.m. Nigga. So.
God. So Don's done.
Monday nights, bruh.
With William Robert Appervine?
Bro, my first backdoor shift, I hated Don Barris.
Cool, I get that. I understand.
But then it's like you learn to love him.
You get used to it, and you
Yeah.
start getting enjoying it in a weird way. It starts like becoming fun. But yeah, no man, it's weird because this is how it was for me. It's like I remember when I first got there. Yeah, it was like that. Like, oh, I didn't like this, and then I loved it. And then towards the end, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, yo, I'm gonna fucking, if this guy doesn't get off this fucking stage, I'm gonna blow this place
It'll
up.
be 2:58 and Don Barris will start doing crowd work. And it's like, bitch,
Yeah.
it's about to be 3 a.m. my nigga. Like,
Let us go home.
And it's just like one lady in there who's drunk as fuck. She's like barely speaking English, and this nigga's like trying to do crowd work on her.
I have such a different relationship with Don Barris.
really?
Well, because in the
'Cause you're a
box
girl.
office, that's when we close out. So when Don goes, that means my shift is over. So exciting. And so then you can take your time and you kind of enjoy him. It's best.
You can leave him at
You can leave whatever you want.
A main room shift with Brian Holtzman too will make you angry.
Oh man, it took me a long, because we were talking about this. For the three guys, the late night guys, which were Brody Stevens, Brian Holtzman, and Don.
Right.
For us, you working there, it was, for me, I did not like Brian Holtzman at all, and then I learned to love him. Don Barris I loved, and then I was like, oh my God, I hate this. And then, I love it, of course. And then Brody I did not like, and then I fell in love with. That's how it went for me.
When the store went back up, I think I'm only do fill-ins for people. I'm not gonna really like.
Oh, you're still gonna work there?
Yeah, but I think I'm just gonna like cover shifts.
Okay.
I don't think I want to be on the schedule.
I feel you.
Well, yeah, you're gonna be living here.
Right?
That's gonna
Yeah.
be a conflict of interest.
I mean-
Especially if you're getting spots after spot. Like, let's say the Rogan Club's opens up, Helium opens up, Creek in the Cave gets fully going, fully operationally
Right.
going, and then like the other clubs that are here, the Vulcan gets its new spot, all that shit, bro. Then what are you gonna do when it's just paid spot after paid spot?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, bro.
You gonna work at a club
to,
still?
To work there for 3 minutes on a Monday, unpaid?
And
I
those
just
are
like
just your
work-
daily spots, not even your headliner weekends.
I just like to work at. I like working at the comedy store. I have no idea why.
It's fun.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's just
I-
amazing story after amazing story after amazing
Right.
story.
And it's built-in networking. All the work that
Yeah.
you would have to do at shows and stuff is done there.
I
Yeah.
feel like I wouldn't know 80% of the headliners I know if I didn't work at the comedy
Yes.
store.
Facts. Big
Yes.
facts.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about headline, and they know this.
Yeah.
The headliners trust the comedy store so much, they don't have to see you to perform. They don't have to see you perform to bring you on the road.
No.
They'll just
Yeah.
like your energy from a conversation. Hey,
Yeah.
what are you doing the weekend of May 16th through May the 19th?
Dude, tell your Louis Anderson
Oh,
story.
dude, I got
my
to
favorite story.
I got to open for Louis Anderson on the road because one day on a Monday he just pulls into the lot. and
House patio.
Yeah, he was listening to the Monday Night Football game,
Mhm.
and we just started talking about the game because it was a good game.
It was a great game.
And then at the end of the conversation, he's like, "Hey, you want to open for me at Largo?" And I was like, "Yes."
Largo's a theater, by the way, if you don't know.
And
It's like,
I got another theater off of that as well. So it was just off a Monday Night Football game, just working at the Comedy Store.
and that kind, I remember because I wasn't working the parking lot yet, and I was in the patio. I had just started. It was maybe like my first or second week. I was brand new at the Comedy Store,
Yeah.
and I saw that happen to him, and I said, "Oh, get my ass in that parking lot, dog." That's where the magic happened. And the moment I got in there, that's when I started getting all the gigs.
I don't
Yeah.
mean to cut you guys off, but guys, we are at CM Smokehouse, and the
Oh,
owner
shit.
is pulling up right now with some motherfucking
shit.
food. Look at that shit. Ooh,
How are we supposed to
God.
podcast now?
But we about to have the itis. We about to have the itis. God damn.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
gotta-
Yeah,
thank you, man.
We gotta hurry up and wrap this shit up.
Can you hold it for a second?
Dang.
Hold up.
No, that was a dope story, Louis Anderson. I think before I started doing comedy, I went to a Paul Rodriguez show at the Addison Improv, and I was sitting front row. And you know how his son designed shoes for Nike? He's a famous skateboarder,
Who?
Paul Rodriguez Jr. So he did this one of a special edition shoes for his dad, and he was wearing them, and then we switched shoes while he was performing, and then he signed them for me. And then 4 years later, I get to open up for him in Killeen, and then I still got the shoes, and I pulled them out and I showed him.
Oh, that's
And
lit.
Yeah, that's how me and Paul were fucking Yeah. Hell yeah.
On some real shit, bro. I'm gonna get some in a minute. I've had so many good experiences with so many headliners. I don't know who's my favorite.
Right.
Yeah, that's a hard question because I love Bobby Lee. Golly.
I love being on the road with Eric Griffin because of the wisdom that he offers. But he's an older guy and he's boring as shit. We do nothing.
Let's say Santino is a lot of fun. Oh my God.
Yeah, I do like because it's like whenever we go out, it's like usually for me it's like the first time out at this place. So I do like it when like the headliners take you to someplace cool in the area, and they're like, "Yo, you gotta go to this place. Or you gotta check out this food place." I like that.
Yeah, my buddy Chris Telles here in town. He's a local guy, real funny cat. He invited me here the first weekend I was here. He took me to this little secret spot to hang out afterwards.
Nice.
And see, that's the kind of shit that.
Hey, can we do a cut so we can eat right fast? Right. All right, guys, we'll be right back. We're going to eat a little food, and then we'll let you know how it is, CM Smokehouse.
Oh, it's going to be great. I already know.
Holy shit.
Okay. Hey, the Fat Pessimist is brought to you by Sunday Custom Lawn Plans. I've been using this on my lawn a little bit to make my grass look greener. It's springtime. You know you want everything to look its best. Spring is here, and that means it's time to get your lawn looking nice. But the last thing you need is another complicated or toxic lawn product. That's why Sunday is great. It's more than a lawn care product. It's a customized lawn plan that works with nature. They take out all the guesswork and unwanted chemicals so you can grow a beautiful lawn that's better for people, pets, and the planet. I really love this product, man. I cannot stop bragging about it. It's one of the best products I've ever used on my lawn. All you have to do is attach the ready-to-use pouch to a garden hose and spray. Lawn care used to take up my whole day. Now it takes less than 15 minutes. My lawn looks better than ever. Sunday uses soil and climate data to create a tailored nutrient plan for your exact location. So if you're somewhere where, you know, it doesn't get a lot of rain or you get too much rain, they got you. You get all the stuff your lawn needs and nothing it doesn't. Just go to getsunday.com, put in your home address, and their free lawn analysis tool will take care of the rest. That's it. Sunday is made with ingredients that you can actually pronounce, like seaweed, iron, and molasses. Let Sunday take the guesswork out of growing a greener, more beautiful lawn this spring. Visit getsunday.com/TFP to get $20 off your custom lawn plan at checkout. That's $20 off your custom plan at getsunday.com/TFP. Grow better and feel good about it with Sunday. The Fat Pessimist is brought to you by ShipStation. If you sell stuff online, you're definitely in the right business. More people are shopping online than ever. That means a lot of orders coming in and a lot of orders you'll need to ship out fast. That's why online sellers like you need ShipStation. No matter how much you sell, ShipStation makes it super easy to manage and ship all your orders from all your sales channels faster, cheaper, and more efficiently. Import orders from any sales channel, ship with any carrier, access discounted shipping rates, automate just about any shipping task. You'll spend a lot less time on shipping and a lot more time growing your business. Of course, you know I got merch and stickers and all type of stuff that I have to ship out, and it's just really a pain in the butt. That's why I'm starting to use these guys. It doesn't matter where you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, or your own website. ShipStation funnels all your orders into one simple interface that you can change from anywhere, even your cell phone. With ShipStation, small businesses can now access the same rates usually reserved for Fortune 500 companies without the contracts or commitments. Ship more in less time. Just use our offer code, TFP, to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in TFP. That's ShipStation.com, enter offer code TFP. Make ship happen.
Remember when comedies were good like that?
Man,
They don't make good comedies no more, bro.
We'll get
That's
into
a lost art.
we'll get into that. All right, man, we back. The Fat Pessimist. We just ate that.
It's so funny every time.
We just ate
What?
some good ass barbecue. The wind's blowing. Y'all probably hear that shit.
Ooh, look at that.
A bitch just lost her top.
Ooh. Oh my
I wish y'all
lord.
could see it.
Damn.
Where the
what
fuck
is
this
game?
come
Where
from?
did all out of nowhere?
Yeah, barbecue barbecue was great.
Barbecue, yeah, the barbecue was amazing.
Dude, that's the white women's new secret weapon, bro.
What's that?
They got badonkadonks
Oh
now.
yeah, these white women in
Yeah.
Austin have ass.
I don't like Dr. Umar Johnson being all like, yo, a black man with a white woman is a coon monkey boy. And it's like, nah, you quit acting like you ain't seen these asses. You've seen them, Dr. Umar. They're not normal anymore.
He probably get the most white pussy.
Oh, that guy for sure.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely the type of guy, the guy who like hates gay people but is secretly gay. That dude loves white people.
Oh, Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
Fucking white.
Y'all ever seen I'm gonna
Ant-Man.
Y'all ever seen I'm Gonna Get You Sucker?
Yes. It's been a long time, but I have seen it.
Yeah, it's been a long time
remember
for
the
me.
pro black guy who had a white wife?
No, I've
Okay,
never seen it.
If y'all seen I'm Gonna Get You Sucker,
I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I'm
was he
thinking-
like that he was like quoting like
Yes.
Muhammad and
Yes.
shit? Okay,
Yeah.
and then when his wife came out, she was white as hell with braids and beads.
Yes, because I remember in How to Be a Menace in Society While Drinking Your Juice in Compton, the Marlon Wayans joint, they did that too. It was
Yeah.
Christopher, what's his name? The comedian, Christian Spencer.
Chris Spencer.
Chris Spencer.
Was he in the prison?
He played the black guy who was like a Muhammad loving dude, but he really had like an ugly white
Like the
girlfriend.
Bible ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Well, full of white pages, but ain't nothing without
Bro,
the black words.
It ain't nothing but out them black words.
You knew when I knew Chris Spencer was a beast is when I saw that nigga host Barack Obama's going away thing at the White House.
Who?
Chris Spencer hosted that.
God, he is a beast, man.
Bro, Chris Spencer's one of those comedians that got secret money.
Yes.
He knows all the rich.
Bro.
people.
Well, I heard we heard a Chris Spencer story like a couple days ago at the Vulcan. Someone was telling us how Chris Rock and Chris Spencer were at a Prince concert. And Chris Rock was like, "Can I go backstage?" And Chris Spencer was like, "Yeah, you can go backstage. Just come with me." And then Chris Spencer just walks backstage
Because everyone knows him.
because everyone knows Chris Spencer.
So Chris Rock asked Chris Spencer that?
Yeah, yeah.
And Chris Spencer was born and raised in L.A.
You know what he is? And I know this is like, it's going to sound like a weird comparison because of the name, but he is like a Harvey Weinstein. He is he is a very powerful man behind the scenes who you don't, if you know him, you know him, but if you don't, you would never know that
Right.
this man is secretly running a lot. Chris Spencer secretly has his hand in everything.
Yes, he
Yes.
does.
And he like makes a lot of the power moves, and he hangs, and not just like comedians. He's hanging out with Barack Obama. He's hanging out with like Shannon Sharp and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
his
right.
circle is different, man.
I'll definitely suck his dick. It's a good
Yeah.
move.
Okay. Yeah.
Bro,
That's
he-
a Sans podcast. You're thinking.
Yeah.
You have to be gay.
That's crazy, bro. Chris
Yeah.
Spencer is really a power player out here. But I think that comes with the territory when you're good and you know everybody and you were born and raised in L.A.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch during the pandemic, he and his wife were doing like these Instagram.
The little marriage shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Those were pretty good.
I like them too.
Well, they always had interesting other couples on.
Yeah, because it's like he's talking to like some guy who owns fitness or some shit. Like some
Yeah.
billionaire dude where you're like, who the fuck is this
Billionaire
guy?
Couples.
Yeah, like his but you can see who he hangs with. It's like, oh, this motherfucker's hanging with like elite people.
But
Right.
I mean, he got money because his kids go to a private school that costs like $60K a year.
Well, and I love his stand up is still like, man, I don't know if I got it. Like his stand up is still like, I'm such a broke guy. It's like, nigga, shut up. You drive multiple Porsches
Right.
in here.
And he got a $100,000 SUV.
Yeah. So don't come here being like, the kid's gonna get through private school. I gotta pay for it. It's like, yeah, you gotta pay for it.
But
But you're
he-
a fucking millionaire.
He can get away with those jokes on stage because the audience doesn't really know who he is,
Facts.
so he can play it up.
And he doesn't dress crazy. He don't.
No.
No, yep.
He don't come on stage like Michael Blackson. Like Michael
No.
Blackson.
Yeah, I can't be like, I don't know if I got it.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you have a chain on.
Right.
You have a $100,000 chain on.
And probably a $10,000 outfit.
Yeah, it's like, what do you get?
Each one of that nigga's outfits are custom. Did you know that shit, bro?
Dude, that's
Jesus.
What a thing though. Are you gonna be that way? I keep saying this, David. When you get money, I'm worried about you. When you get like real stand-up, and I'm talking about where you're getting like 40,000 a weekend, 50,000 a gig, this for corporate shows, this for your podcast, and you're multi-millions, or even just like Tim Dillon money. Tim
Right.
Dillon money. I think you're gonna lose your mind because he's
I don't-
making like over 60K a month.
I don't think I'm gonna lose my mind. Because I'm pretty regular. Like I don't spend like a lot of money on clothes. Most of my money spent on like, what's it called? Like shoes and
I
So
think
you
that counts. I
spending
think that counts as
crazy
clothes.
money on Airbnbs.
What is
You
that?
be getting the kind of Airbnbs Kevin Hart gets.
oh, you saw that?
I'm telling you, like, you get like Airbnbs my parents would be afraid to get. Like,
That nigga gets Air B&Ms, Air Mansion.
I do be getting some nice Airbnbs.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Experiences. That's what I spend money on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. But I could just see you when you get money just being like, yeah, nigga, this is my new cat suit. And it's just like a $1 million cat outfit. It's like, dude, he's lost his money. He's lost his mind with money.
Nah, bro. I think, man, child support gonna get it. I want 5 kids. I want 5.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Yeah,
kids.
when I hear people have like, private school money, I just know my kids are fucked. You know, they're still going to public school.
I mean, my daughter go to private school, but my mom pay for it.
Okay.
Daddy ain't paying for it.
Did you go to private school?
I went to private school up until 9th grade, 8th grade, and then I begged my mom to let me go to public school because I wanted, my story is, like, I was born in the hood, and then my parents got on, and then we had money and moved to the burbs, but I always went to private school.
Okay.
But I lived in the hood, so I hung out with, like, hood motherfuckers, my hood cousins and shit, and then when I went to private school, I just felt like I didn't fit in.
Right.
Okay.
Especially like when I moved to the suburbs, I would still go to the hood to kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you transferred to public, like
Yeah.
high school?
I begged my mom to let me go to public school because like all my friends were growing up and they were going to public school, and she's like, "You can go to public school, but under one condition." I was like, "What's that?" "You can't bring home a B." I was like, "Say less," because I know public school was not treated the same as private school.
Right.
I just knew you were going to say a white woman.
I
I love that you come out. You
I
can
was
bring
waiting
home
for
that
it.
white devil, but if you bring home a B, nigga.
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro? My granddaddy, when I started, because you're a product of your environment. So when I was at private school, I dated white women. And I remember I went to the 4th or 5th grade dance with a white girl, and he saw the picture, and he's like, "Oh boy, they gonna hang your ass."
Jesus,
Like
grandpa.
he act like we still in the
that's
He was like, "They gonna Emmett Till your ass, nigga."
Yo, that's a crazy thing to say to yourself. It's like, yo, that's serious PTSD, bro.
right.
I guess if you lived through it, though, you would have PTSD.
Yeah.
If you lived through being, like, nobody talks about that. A black man who lived through the 60s.
But here's the
or
thing,
50s.
bro. His wife is half white.
Never mind.
My grandma was half white. But she was light. She was like your complexion with curly
Ooh.
hair.
yeah, but I'm sure she didn't experience. It wasn't easy.
But what I'm saying is he talking down on white people.
Yeah.
Yeah, his like mother-in-law is black white. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
But my granddad was a crazy man, bro. This is a real story, dog. My granddaddy called me downstairs one day, bro. My granddad smoked cigars, have a Tampa Jewel. He called me downstairs one day. He had a cigar in his mouth. And he said, "Come here, boy." And he said, "Come closer." And he was like, "Stand in front of me." And that nigga just punched me in my chest. And when I fell to the ground, he was like, "I had to make sure you ain't had none of that fag shit in you." Yes, bro.
Aren't you glad that you didn't have any of that?
Oh wow.
Oh, my
Is
God.
that the
that's so
test,
funny.
though?
Yeah.
Bro, I
Is
guess
that the test?
Yeah.
I didn't cry, so I guess I passed the test.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
G-
How hard he hit
congrats.
you?
Bro, he hit me like a grown man.
Oh, like he cocked back
Yeah,
and let you know.
and punched the shit out of me.
Damn, dog.
Damn.
And blew the smoke over me while he said I had to make sure you ain't
So
had
if you
no-
were a fag, what would you have to do
the
to
beating probably would have continued.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, the only thing that'd be better if that's what made you gay.
Yeah.
You'd have
Yeah.
been like, I had no thoughts.
Yeah, and then he just knocked it right into me,
knocked
just in
that
my
switch
chest.
on.
Yeah, I'm gay
Bro.
from my chest. That's how.
For like your gay lover in the future, like what they have to do to make you come.
Oh yeah, bro. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
beat, you gotta beat me.
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
do a
beat me
headlock.
in. I gotta call.
Put me in a
We got a
headlock.
headlock.
Yeah, I gotta call you granddad, and I guess I gotta call you.
You stupid. Gotta call me granddaddy, bro. Yeah.
Damn.
I was asking a gay guy the other day, like, how did you know you wanted a dick? Like, he's like, the same way you know you wanted pussy. I was like, I wanted pussy because I've always thought girls were beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never looked at a man and said, I want to fuck that.
When did you know that you wanted pussy? Because I know, because you know girls are beautiful, but you want boobs first, right?
No, I wanted titties, yeah.
Yeah, titties first for sure.
When does you put it together that you want the other thing that you never see and is kind of actually horrifying to see?
What? Pussy?
Oh man, such a good question.
Yeah, when did I know I wanted? Because you're right. I do agree with you that it wasn't just their pretty faces first.
Right.
It was just like,
Right.
oh, I like that they're beautiful. They're really pretty. And then there is a turn where it's like, what's inside?
I was scared of pussy when I was younger because I remember I was probably like 10 or 11, and I had a white girlfriend named Martha, and I kissed her pussy, and I thought she was pregnant because I didn't know how.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I kissed her pussy, and I thought she was pregnant.
I'm
Oh
your
my
baby's
God.
daddy now.
Bro,
David.
we were both scared.
David.
We were both
Yeah,
scared.
that is the sweetest story of an 11-year-old getting her pussy kissed. I think that's ever been told.
Well, he didn't finish the part where he said he's 27.
Yeah, she was 11, I was 30, and
But it was the first one I ever kissed.
Oh, nigga, we were both the same age. Hey, Martha, if you watching this podcast, I have not seen you in 19 years. Hit me up.
Let's talk and let's finish it.
Right.
Let's finish the
I
job.
wonder if she's still fine.
My first girlfriend was in middle school. We were together for 2 years. I never thought about having sex with her.
Really?
We were just holding hands 2 years to class.
Yeah,
we
that-
probably made out twice in 2 years.
I started having sex in
seems
middle
like-
school.
really.
But that was
Whoa.
because my neighbor was 16 and me and her used to have sex. I was 13.
Mm.
Oh, that's fair, though.
Yeah.
She's a horny little 16-year-old, I'll tell her that.
I mean,
Shout out to Bertha, by
I
the
mean,
way.
bro, that's how it is when you live in the suburbs. You just fuck your neighbor because they're the closest thing.
No, well, that's how it
actually
really
is-
was,
That's
right?
how it is
You
normally.
say you're 30. So we used to have what? The home phones. No one
Yeah,
really
home
had
phone,
cell
yeah.
phones. So like if I transfer schools, then that's it. We're just gone. You know?
Wow, yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah, that is true.
Because social media wasn't around until I was in high school.
Yeah.
Did y'all have tagged?
I had tag.
I didn't have
I
to.
had
Tag.
tag.
I was in tag.
High
Academy.
five. I remember that one.
I don't remember high five, but AOL Instant Messenger was.
AIM, that was the thing.
Yeah.
That
good.
was the thing.
That was. I remember when I don't know if y'all remember, but I had a cell phone in high school. My mama took it because back then in the early 2000s you didn't have unlimited text.
Yeah.
So texts were like 50 cent receiving,
Yes.
50 cent sending, bro. And I think one month I had did like 1,000 text messages, and my phone bill was like $500.
Oh.
Bro, that shit used to suck.
God
You
damn.
can't-
Was that
You
Sprint?
can't control what you receive, so
Verizon.
some people could just be texting you, and you're like, I don't have any more texts.
I can't look at these.
Yeah. There was also, remember a time with cell phones that like you could only, it was only free to call after like
After
7
9.
or something
Yup,
like that.
but
Yeah.
yeah, motherfuckers, you be like, hey, bro, don't call me till 7, bro.
Yeah.
Or you answer the phone and be like, nigga, call me back after 7, bro.
Yeah.
It's 5:30. nigga.
Free after
know what it
7
is.
and on weekends.
But for real,
On weekends.
On weekends.
do y'all remember when in like 2007 when T-Mobile got like the Fave 5?
Yes.
You
Yes.
put 5 people
The
in the
little
shit and
circle.
you could talk to
With
them
the
for free.
sidekicks.
Yeah.
I had a sidekick, yeah.
Oh, my brother had a sidekick. I thought those were the most cool phones in the world.
I had a Razor.
The Razor.
The
Yeah.
Razor.
Razor.
It was cool, and
Yeah.
there was one that like kind of like a pocket knife.
Oh,
Looked
like
like
it
a little
rolled
MP3
out.
player.
Oh,
Slide.
I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
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 Those are some.
So I don't know. When I remember text messages was a thing, I used to always treat text messages like emails. Like I'll get to them when I get to them. Now there's a standard.
Yeah.
Now there's like if I text you, I know you read it, and why it took you so long to text me back? Like
That's
you
the
know
best
what
way
I
to
mean?
communicate with me.
It's
Yeah.
been that way for a while though, because I was texting. You'd have to text back pretty immediately when we were in high school.
Yeah.
You did it like T9.
Oh, the predictive
God.
texts.
People get mad when you don't text back, bro. But
But people
legit-
used
I
to
don't look
just
at my
text
phone.
just to text because they had it available to text.
Or you read the text and you put your phone away and then you just forget.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
There's that too.
When I got
But a
my,
lot of times I'm
Yeah,
not
you
on my
shouldn't be
phone.
a shitty person for that.
yeah,
know?
right? Yeah.
my first phone, I bought like $100 worth of ringtones.
Hell yeah, dog. I did some.
Bro.
I did that
All the
too.
free ones,
Did that
though.
too.
Bro.
I used to do the free, but I did buy
I
ringtones.
bought a lot. Nigga.
Did you guys buy ringtones?
I have ringtones.
And the ring back tones when people
Ring
call
back.
you.
Oh,
People
yeah,
call
when
you.
people call you.
To enjoy that, it's for
It's
just
for them. It's just for them.
Dude,
People go.
It's whenever I hear the song "Forever," a beautiful love song, I just think of my friend Nick because that was his ring back tone. So whenever I hear that song, I just think of a dude.
Like Chris Brown forever?
Yeah, Chris Brown "Forever."
What was the best ringtone you had?
50 Cent in the club.
Yo, that's a good one. Mine's my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Was D4L Laffy Taffy.
Laffy Taffy.
Girl, shake that Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
Laffy Taffy. Girl, shake that Laffy Taffy.
And then when I got
a good ringtone.
I think it was like 10th grade, I got the chirp.
Oh,
Y'all had the
yeah.
chirps?
The
I didn't-
drug
my brother
dealers had
did
the
that.
chirp though.
The chirp
All the
was
drug
lit.
dealers had the chirp.
It flipped
Drug
out.
dealers did.
Boost Mobile, that's when Boost Mobile started
Yeah.
popping. Because they had the chirp. So I used to buy like the $75 cards a month, and I think it was like maybe 2,000 chirps or some shit.
Damn, that's all you got was 2,000 chirps?
It was something crazy,
Did
bro.
y'all used to personalize your contacts
What you mean?
with ringtones?
No.
That
Yes,
way you'll know who
yes.
calls. My buddy will be
girlfriend-
like, he'll be hanging out, and then like out of nowhere it'll be like, like Ludacris, move, bitch, get out the way, and he was like, bro, my mom's calling, you know.
That's funny. I do remember people doing that, the personalized ringtones and shit.
My roommate, she had one like that for her mom, but it was like the Darth Vader song, like ding, 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 ding.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bro, now I don't even set my phone to ring because I don't want to hear it ring.
Yeah, oh my God. If you have your phone, I mean, I think I've heard Dalia say that, but yeah, if your phone is not on vibrate, you're a fucking serial killer, bro. Who are you?
Who wants to hear their phone ring?
Oh yeah, only every time I hear a phone ring now, it's an older person. If I like see a phone ring and it's like a person under the age of 30, I'm disgusted with who you are and how you behave out in public.
Only time I put my phone on ring now is like if I'm expecting a call, like an important call.
Facts.
Right.
Big facts.
Like they're like, we're gonna call you between 11 and 12 tomorrow. I'll be like, all right, I need to put my phone on ring so I can hear that shit.
Yeah, I can't miss this. Yeah.
Cause I miss my manager's texts and calls all the time. Bro, I don't know, but I always see Instagram notifications. That's the sucky part. Like,
Well, you have to change your settings.
Yeah, I had to
You
turn
get
my
permission
IG
to the apps
notifications
to
off.
give you notifications.
Yo,
But-
go ahead.
no, I was just saying like sometimes people will text me, but they'll send something on Instagram, and I'll see that before I'll see the actual text message. I don't know why.
I know this for me. I cut the notifications off, but my phone, I feel like, I don't know if y'all's phone does this. If it's if it's a person where it needs to let me know, it'll let me know.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
if it's like somebody out of my like normal friend group, but they're like that I should like, if a motherfucking like, let's say like Bert Kreischer messaged me, my phone would be like, hey, that would come up and be
Right.
like, hey, Bert Kreischer messaged you.
Right.
Like Instagram, they do know, bro. Like if you had like a message, like if you cut your notifications off, but you got a message from Will Smith, your Instagram would be like, hey,
Right.
broop, Will
Yeah.
Smith messaged
yeah,
you.
Yeah, certain. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, bro.
I did. Do y'all know? Like, cause my notifications are off, but it does. If it's a certain person, it comes
It'll
up on
let
the
you
thing
know.
and lets me know. So I was like, oh, it's interesting because they don't do that for anybody else. Just certain people.
That's your girl Siri, man, looking out.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Do you ever been on the road with Bert Kreischer?
No, I'd love to go though. I'd love to see how
That
far,
seem
how
like
much I
it'll-
can hang.
It seemed like it'll be a drunk ass beer time. Like he
Yeah.
just seemed like a big frat boy party.
Yeah, that's why I'd love to go out with him. Who would you love to go out with? Like dream person. Like you'd like, oh man, I'd love to go out do shows. Like a tour with
Before
this
or
person.
now that I know people?
That's a good
Because
question.
now that I know these motherfuckers, it's not many people.
When you just see them on stage, you make up their personality
Right,
off of their
right.
comedy, and then you get to know them, and you're like, oh, you're a real person with flaws.
Right. Like,
with things I don't like about.
but before I knew him, and well, I wouldn't say like know him on a personal level, but before I knew him and hung around him, I would say the perfect person to go on the road, of course, was Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
But now that I know that, like, I don't have no desire to go on the road with him.
That's so weird. Yeah, I would say the same thing, and I don't want to. He's not.
Yeah,
he's not my person now either.
He's not in my list at all either.
But if you'd asked me before, you're right. Of course, I think we all probably be like Dave.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not who I would. Yeah.
But I mean, everybody who I pretty much wanted to go on the road with, I've done it. Like I've asked to do dates with Schultz. I don't know, bro. Who? I'd love to do a date with Shab because y'all niggas look like y'all was having fun and eating good.
We were having fun and eating good. That's for
Yes.
damn sure. Those are the two things that were definitely.
I
happening.
love to do some dates with that fool.
Yeah.
But he got a fucking
You gotta.
a whole rap entourage with him now, dog.
Yeah, he brings out like 55,000
I
people.
think the whole Wu-Tang Clan's with him now.
That shit. Shab should literally bring all them niggas on stage while he do jokes and make it like a have niggas ad lib doing the ad lib to his jokes. Like
That's
niggas,
so funny.
let niggas do the tag. Like,
Yeah, let some niggas do the tags. Yeah. Yo, Brendan.
nigga, you stupid. Bro, he should do that.
Oh my God.
He should
bro.
do that shit for real.
Oh, let's go. Breaking news.
What's
This is
that?
breaking news right now. Derek Chauvin just got convicted. Let's go. Fuck that guy, man.
Oh,
Fuck
damn.
That happened just now, live on the
Yeah.
podcast.
That's
Yeah.
Found
crazy.
guilty of
Second degree unintentional murder.
40 years.
I don't
Found
like the way
guilty
they
of
word
third
that.
degree
Yeah.
murder. Sentenced to
No, he's
25
found
years.
guilty of all of those.
Yeah.
My boy got 40, 25
Third
plus 10.
degree
That's a lot of
murder,
numbers. I like
found
it.
guilty of second
Bro, he
degree
gonna
manslaughter.
be living so plush in jail.
Well, yeah, but good. Long as it's
Well, you gotta take it one step at a
But
time.
I don't like that
I'll
they.
take what I can
I
get.
don't
Yeah.
like that they worded unintentional murder. I don't like that. Unintentional murder.
I'll play devil's advocate on that part because they try to say, because he was under the influence of
And he had a heart
fentanyl,
condition and shit.
yeah, and because of his fentanyl use and drug use, that his system was already under stress.
But wasn't he yelling that he couldn't breathe?
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty
I mean,
profusely.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, like that's where they'll probably try to get the unintentional.
Yeah, so when you're a prosecutor for this case, like you got to go with what you think you can get. So
That's what I thought the same thing.
The fact that they got that means this is a high. We can't go for like
They couldn't do
second-degree
capital murder.
No, we couldn't do capital murder.
right.
Let's
Let's
actually get him.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, you know,
Yeah.
civilians when they see like, why is he only being charged with manslaughter? Because it's easier to convict manslaughter.
Yeah.
Then trying to get this motherfucker for who knows what. But I mean, they got him. That's a win. All those years, that's you got that money. He can't get out. So it's.
I mean, I feel like also they knew with them just shooting that other boy. Like, had they found him not guilty, they would have no more city.
I mean, yeah, the Dante Wright thing. I mean, it would have been if he would have been not found guilty and that thing back. That'd have been a lot
No
back
city.
to back.
That'd have been no city.
Yeah.
That's
So politics does have a lot to do in our justice system.
absolutely.
Oh, it's everything to do with our justice system.
Yeah, basically.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that. I was just like making it relevant.
It's just
again.
like they did the. I talked about it on my last episode of my podcast. The white dude over there in, what was it, North Carolina, harassing the black boy on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened after that?
He's probably lost it. He's done.
The whole city came out
Oh,
and
yeah.
stood on his lawn.
They had to move, bro.
Yeah.
They had to move. And now,
Well,
not.
that's what you get for not minding your own
Exactly.
fucking business, dude.
Yeah, that's
Mind
for
your own
being a
goddamn
bitch.
business.
I think we
bro.
were talking about that the other day. Like, it's a little bit different in the suburbs. But, like, in L.A., even if you're on the lawn of your apartment, on the sidewalk is free reign.
Right.
You know how many motherfuckers I want to check walking the sidewalk by my house? Like, motherfucker, you don't belong over here. But I can't do that because it's the fucking sidewalk. I didn't pave that sidewalk, so
Yeah.
it don't belong to me.
Yep.
But it happened. It's like, mind your fucking business, bro. Like, don't bring that shit to my door and we good. The motherfucker was on the sidewalk, and
On sidewalk in his own neighborhood.
he
Yeah.
lived there too.
He
Yeah,
lived
he
in
lived
that
in that
neighborhood.
neighborhood. Wow.
He lived in that neighborhood longer than the white guy did.
Yep.
That's
And-
hilarious.
And you know what's
Yeah.
crazy? The delusional part. I heard that his wife videotaped the shit.
Yeah, because his wife videotaped it thinking like, oh yeah, everyone's gonna be on our side. Which, how are you watching the news and thinking that people are gonna be on your side? Like, what are you picking up? What are you like?
There's a lot of that going around though. That delusional shit, man. Just
Like-
not treating people like people. and
The
shit.
fucking didn't the lady who called the police on the bird watcher do something else or some shit?
No way. Amy Cooper? I know that bitch's name.
Dude, I heard about that. I
I
heard
thought she
about
did
the bird
something
watching
else.
thing.
So it started OnlyFans? Because I'll sign.
Oh
I'll
hell
join.
yeah!
If she said an
Check it
OnlyFans
out.
and she was only fucking black dudes, I would fucking be all
Yeah.
about that.
Naked yelling at black dudes.
Naked, but she's yelling the N-word. Yeah, I'd probably get that too. Be like, this is interesting OnlyFans.
Man, that lady. I'm glad he had that shit on video, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the greatest.
That
Who feels threatened by a gay bird watcher?
Gay black bird watcher, bro.
Yeah.
The most non-threatening human being of all time.
Planet.
Oh my
she
god.
did the most.
She
Yeah.
did the most.
The
bro.
most.
She like nearly killed her dog in the whole
She,
incident.
she nearly hung her dog. Her dog is like.
Oh yeah, I did see
More
that.
upset about the dog than her checking the black guy.
Well, I was upset, but watching it, I was like, bitch, don't hang your dog like that. Like the dog is like kicking and screaming for air.
You know what's crazy? I didn't really notice white women snitch like that until it became evident. Was that in the Bay when the lady called the police on the black people
Oh, yeah,
barbecuing?
what was, she had something barbecue. Barbecue Betty?
Barbecue
Barbecue
Betty, that was
Beck.
in Oakland. Also in Oakland was the lady who called the cops on the black girl selling water on a hot day. She was selling she had a lemonade stand. That was also in Oakland.
Was it permitted?
Yeah, that's what she called the police because it wasn't permitted.
Well,
And then she lost her business.
But it was a young black girl, bro. A child.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about permit laws. Guys.
yeah. But Derek's a big permit guy.
I love.
He's
Hey, I like structure. That is a weird thing to be like so fucking into.
She's selling lemonade for 25 cents a cup, probably. Like what?
honest.
Yeah.
I would have just gave the little girl $5 and not even took the lemonade.
The governor of Texas made selling lemonade stands legal for anywhere. You can put a lemonade stand anywhere in Texas.
Nigga,
Don't
tell
have
me
to
that,
pay
'cause
no taxes.
I'll set that shit up in front of my shows.
Yeah, I bet it would murder, dog.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
Hot days?
especially as
Yeah.
the hotter it gets.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Some nice
We
ice
ain't
cold
even-
lemonade.
Oh, bro.
$3 for a little cup. Fucking overcharge them.
us LA people are gonna catch it this summer when it gets 113.
I'm already terrified.
Oh yeah.
I
I mean,
It's so
the
humid
summer in LA, even at night, you get a cool breeze. It's still in the 70s.
Bro,
it's still good
In
weather.
LA during the daytime in the summer, you need a tank top, and at night you need a fucking pea coat.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
how
yeah.
that's how LA goes, bro. It get cold as shit.
Yeah.
It's a desert. LA is a desert. That's how deserts
Aren't
work.
you from Florida?
Yeah,
Yeah, but you'll be fine.
but I'm saying like
What city in Florida?
I've Miami,
Wait.
but I haven't lived in the South in 11 years. I moved to LA when I was 19.
Damn.
Yeah. When it comes to weather, the LA weather really changes people.
There's no seasons. You get
Yeah.
used to living in 80-degree perfection.
I said that's why people don't age in LA because
facts.
we don't know it's another year.
A daytime in LA is like when the sun's out,
really
no
funny.
clouds, it still feels fresh. Here in Texas, if there's no clouds out, yeah, you can cook an egg outside.
A day in Texas, bro. Austin has the longest days I've ever experienced in my life. I wake up at 12, 1 o'clock and still get a lot of shit done. It's like in LA, you do 2 things, and then next thing you know, it's time to go do a show or go to work.
Well, that's because you got to leave so early. Here, you can
Traffic,
leave.
yeah.
But you can leave to go somewhere at 7:30, and that's just not an option you have in LA.
Depending
on where your spot is,
We were just talking about that. I snagged a good spot. I'm right across the street from the Comedy Store now.
Jesus, bro.
Right. But me and Ehsan, and I think you were talking about that, like while we was eating this, how much we sleep in Texas.
Dude.
Insane.
I've been fucking out.
I'm sleeping like 12 hours.
Yeah, I've been.
I'm finna take a nap after this.
I'm taking a nap after this.
The moment we leave, I'm gonna go take a nap until shows, and then I'll wake up for the shows. Have you been napping while we've been napping every day?
No, not really. But
Okay.
today definitely because I have been eating also.
That's right. You've been he's been being gay. Or no, what is it? Ramadan.
Ramadan.
Sorry,
Muslim.
Ramadan.
I know how you confuse them for gays all the time. Yeah. But no, I'm gonna definitely sleep. If you eat this food, you have to take a nap. What are you talking about?
See you in Smokehouse.
Yeah.
You can't go do shit after you eat brisket.
No.
Oh Lord, no, yeah. Nobody's done anything after brisket.
No.
In the history of brisket, no one's ever done anything.
Yeah.
I don't even want no pussy after I eat brisket.
Yeah, you're right. Who the fuck wants to fuck after brisket, bro?
That's just so heavy, bro. Oh,
Yoni,
of
you
course.
are brisket. Yoni is made of brisket.
You know what's crazy? Speaking of food and being gay, my granddaddy, bro, how crazy he is, bro. So when I moved to LA, I had got real small because I stopped eating meat, and I didn't have a car, so I was walking everywhere.
Oh, wow, that's healthy.
I got a car now, and I make too much money, so it's like. But I was walking everywhere in LA, taking the train, the bus, walking everywhere to do shows, and I came back home and I was small, and I told my granddad I wasn't eating meat, and he was like, "Boy, you don't went to LA and turn gay."
As the more famous I get, I know my family thinks I've sucked so many dicks.
My family hates me right now. Well,
Yeah.
some of my family members hate me right now because they've been watching my podcast and my stand-up, and I got a few stories.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all the story. Fuck it.
Yeah.
My cousin's mad at me because I did another podcast where we were talking about crazy people. And I said, that has nothing on my cousin that still lives in Florida. And they were like, what did he do? I said, he lived on a boat, and he was breaking up with his girlfriend, and she wouldn't leave, and he set the whole boat on fire to get her to leave.
That is crazy.
That's crazy as fuck.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta go home.
But now we both can't stay here.
Right. You set your old boat on fire, nigga.
Oh my.
He's mad at you for publicizing it.
Yes.
You mean like the newspaper story about
Yeah, we
it?
pulled
Was
up the
it?
whole article. We
Ah,
put up the whole article.
Yeah, was he also mad at the Orlando or Miami Sentinel?
Herald or whatever?
No, he was actually in Duval, Jacksonville.
Duval.
Yeah.
Duval.
Yes, the nigga set his whole boat on fire to get a bitch to leave.
Damn,
Respect,
bro.
man.
That's so.
Respect.
Respect to that.
Did it work
man.
yet? Go ahead.
Did it work?
Yes.
Okay.
But then they got back together.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
man.
so he just wasted a boat?
Voice of the fucking boat.
Oh, wow.
But now she knows though.
When
now
he say
she
leave,
know.
he had one of them sailboats that have like the downstairs. Like it's cool, you know what I'm saying? He paid for the boat, just paid $300-400 a month to dock it, and then he go do whatever he do.
You said he lived in the boat. So
He
now
lived
where
in the
does he
boat.
live?
He moved with his parents.
Damn. You know what I don't like?
Just like
I don't
a
like the
toxic
women who
girl.
would be like, "That's how good my pussy is. I done made a dude burn down a boat." It's like, no, bitch, you were fucking a mentally insane person
Right.
who was gonna burn down a boat anyway.
Yeah, you're just looking for an excuse to burn a boat.
Yeah, the pussy just was. It helped.
I don't want no girl like that. But I've never been pussy whipped. I don't know if it's because I'm an entertainer. I just view some women as disposable.
Is
Like,
that a real thing though?
They're like Kodak
Pussy
cameras.
whip.
I've
Yeah.
heard niggas say they are pussy whipped. Like
Yeah.
Derek's pussy whipped, nigga.
No, dude, I'm totally not pussy whipped, right? Right, babe? Is that okay to say
See,
that?
yeah.
Am I okay to say
I'd
that?
rather the term in love.
Is that
than
okay that I'm not pussy whipped?
You can say that.
Totally not pussy whipped, dude.
I was in a relationship for 14 years, and it never was the vagina that got me to stay, but I mean, it wasn't bad either.
I've never had pussy so good that it made me act a fool.
Well, it's really not
Act
the
the fool,
pussy
like
that's doing
fight
the
or
whipping.
jealous?
Or like, what do you mean by act a fool? Like,
You know how some
Yeah.
like
I
if
like
a girl-
set your boat on fire. Probably not,
Well,
but
yeah,
like.
but again, I think
Yeah.
that had something to do with something else.
Yeah, that's more him than
Yeah.
the pussy.
That- I've
if I were to look at that situation.
I've never met a girl to where like if she broke up with me, I acted crazy or said I'm gonna kill myself because her pussy was that good or whatever.
I don't
see,
think
that's
it's
more
pussy, though. I
that's
think
more
some of its other
emotional
parts.
Yeah.
vulnerability or something.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
it's deeper than pussy.
Yeah, that's I let you in and you hurt me, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's like-
now I have to destroy everything you love.
yeah,
That's
and
the-
including myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can't get it, no one else can.
Yeah,
This,
that's.
this
Some
girl,
people just like to watch boats
Wait, but
burn.
do you consider a guy? All right, let me ask you, what's pussy whip? All right, so am I pussy whip because I don't cheat on Sam? So would that technically?
No, you
would that
just-
classify me as pussy whip?
I think you just found your twin flame.
How many
That's
arguments do you let her win?
Win? No, I never let her win anything. Competition breeds champions, bro. You know what
I don't
mean?
argue.
Yeah.
You don't argue? But you're not like you just.
so
you're not,
so
you're
girls
not
get
like,
mad
I'm
at
gonna
you.
Marry this bitch.
So-
Ain't nobody you gonna marry that you can be like, hey, not arguing. And she's like, well, she's gonna be like, well, where you?
So
what do you
girls
mean?
get mad at you because they don't think you care enough.
Yeah.
Okay,
all the
I get it.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
There is a curse to that.
They
not
be
arguing.
they be going hard, and I be like, all right, I'm about to leave. I had this happen not too long ago, bro. This girl was arguing me in my room. Well, she was trying to argue me.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna leave. I was like, all right. She left, and then when she got downstairs, she's like, you really let me leave? And I was like, yeah.
You have the power
Like,
to do whatever you like
What?
to do.
I just got off the road. I'm tired. I'm trying to go to sleep. I thought you was gonna suck my dick and let me go to sleep, but you came in here on some other shit.
Yeah, well, that sounds awesome. Those are good problems because that's somebody. I mean, not to say, this sounds cruel. I was gonna say you don't care about, but I'm not gonna say you don't care about that person. But it's like, yeah, it's nice when there's just no like real deal attached. Like where it's like, oh, there's something. I can't do this to this person. They know too much. We've been through too much. You know, like it's nice when you can just be like, yeah, you didn't suck my dick. Get away. It's disposable.
Yeah.
I like that too.
I got that bond with my baby mama. Like, me and her are not. Me and my baby mama, we can't be in a relationship. But nobody understands me like her. We're just not made to be together. But I told her, I said, like, I'm gonna buy you a fucking house. Like, I don't care if I'm married or whatnot. Like, you're gonna get child support. I'm gonna always make sure you good, even if you got a dude. And your dude just is going to have to be accepting of that.
You're
But-
just being a good guy, man. Like I feel the same way about my ex.
But I've never felt. No girl has ever connected with me like that. It's just that we cannot get along.
Right.
Yeah.
But connection wise, like co-parenting, we're amazing.
Yeah.
Sam, if you were married to David, how would you feel about him buying his ex a house?
Oh, that'd be fine.
You okay with it?
His kids live there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
That's-
if you didn't do that, that would be a problem. Cause
If she was just a woman that I fucked before and we didn't have kids,
Okay, question. The kids are grown, not living in her house, and then he buys her another house.
oh,
How do you feel now?
oh, David, what the fuck are you fucking
That's
this
a side
bitch?
piece.
right. Yeah.
Like, how many houses does she need?
Also, wait, I don't care if you're fucking her, but you just be spending our money like that?
Right.
Buy her a car.
I feel
A
like
house.
I feel like I mean, my baby mama moved and I pay her rent for 3 months. She got my kid.
Yes, yeah, I would do
Yeah.
that. You're right.
Yeah.
That's different. It's so real.
I
It's-
pay.
Yeah. What girl has a problem with that?
I paid the move-in. It's my money. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I paid the move-in fee and I pay her rent for 3 months.
But any woman who is serious about you is going to want you to
do the
take
best
care of
for
your
kids.
babies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. If they have a problem with that, that means they want that money from you.
And they don't want
Yeah,
your
that's
kids to
all
have
they
that
want.
money.
Yeah.
Bitches.
I got a good baby mama.
That's good.
I don't
Okay,
got
bro.
no drama.
Nice.
But she also knows that I can't be bothered. So she don't even bother trying to argue.
Trying to bother.
Yeah, she don't bother trying to bother because she knows I'm unbothered. Like, she asked me one time, like, "Do you have emotions?" I'm like, "Yes," because she was like, "Well, how do you let me sit up here in front of you and cry for 30 minutes, and you just have a blank face, like you're not even there?" And I'm like, "Because once you're done, you'll be logical."
Damn, bro. Yeah,
that's savage.
that's something a little darker.
You know,
That's
you
like
got to
a-
get politically correct when it comes to those questions, dude.
She asked that. You wouldn't have said anything if she didn't say all that. You would have just sat there quietly.
Yeah. It's
See, that's fine. And sometimes you be trying to fix things, and it's like, just shut up.
Yeah, you got to let
I
them go through it.
Yo, hold on. First off, trying to fix it. You're ruining the day. You're ruining the day with your crying. I'm not trying to fix it. I'm trying to have a normal day. You know what I mean, Dave? It's like I'm not trying to. I get that it's like, yo, this is unfixable, but it's like, well, so why does both of our days have to be ruined?
Exactly.
So what I'm hearing is she's feeling a certain way, and you're like, can you not feel like that right now?
No, I'm like, hey, what's wrong? Like, let's talk about it.
Right.
Let's try and I'm not saying that there isn't a problem, but like,
dude, that's me. You're talking about me in a relationship. Women hate that, dude.
Yeah.
They want you to let them go through it, but if you constantly let them go through it, you don't care no more.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So you got to pick and
why don't you
choose.
just tell me that I can't win, bitch. Just look me in my eyes and be like, you're never gonna win. I know she has.
Women
She's
do.
looked at me and said, I'll never be happy. And I was like, what is this?
I don't know if Sam's like this, but women, if they're having a bad day, they want their spouse to have a bad day as well.
It's weird, yeah.
No, it's not that I want you to have a bad day.
Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
want you to have a good day. Does that make sense? I don't want you to have an average day, but don't be out there having like the best fucking day of your life
Right.
while I'm having a shitty day.
So at best you can have a neutral day.
Yes, exactly.
At best you can have a neutral day. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, which is not a good, because imagine wanting to have a good day and you have to have a neutral day. That means it's the worst
That means
day.
you've had a bad day.
That means you had a horrible
Oh,
day.
so she's just lawyered you into having a bad
So
day.
you see it,
Yeah.
You can't win.
Yeah, you can't win. it's impossible. A neutral day is impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
You think I want to be like, yeah, bro,
Yeah.
let me Xanax out,
Bro.
bro.
The last disagreement my baby mama tried to have with me was I had just literally landed back in LA. I had just took a shower, got in my bed. I was supposed to meet her at one of our friends, mutual friends were having a birthday party for their kid, and I told her I'm not going to make it. I'm too tired. I don't even want to be there and be sitting in the corner asleep or just looking crazy. So she went to the party. She caught a flat tire, and she calls me. She's like, come pick us up. I said, where are you? And the friends live like a little bit beyond Pasadena, and I live in West Hollywood. And I'm like, oh, I'm not coming. I'll cash app you whatever amount to get an Uber, call a tow truck, whatever the fuck you got to
Call a tow truck.
I said, I'm not coming to pick you up.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can't believe you just let me and your daughter be stranded, this, that, and the other. And and she knows this, I live in West Hollywood. I park my car elsewhere because they yet to give me my placard. Because, you know, like in West Hollywood, you can't park
You
on
have
the
to have a
street.
permit.
Yep.
So they haven't given me my permit yet, so my car's not at my house. So I'll have to Uber to my car to go get them and then drive my car back, then Uber back home, which would probably be 4 hours. And I'm like, no, I'll just cash app you and you make this shit disappear. Like, I don't want anything. She was pissed. Didn't answer my FaceTime calls for me to see my daughter for like 3 days.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't.
This is what she wanted you to do. You didn't have to come out there, but you should have sent her an Uber because she felt like you were like, you just going to make me be your secretary and figure this out myself? Be a man. That's how we are.
Wait a minute.
Be
that's
a
not-
grown
I
up.
get
Right.
but his kid's there. That's why the kid's there. When the kid is there, you got to be the man.
True.
But yeah,
with David.
I
He
do
sent money.
I do get why
I sent
you
money.
sent money, but you sent it like, hey,
Bought her a
money
whole
will
new
take
tire.
this.
Bought her a whole new tire.
Whole new tire.
But she wanted you to do the dirty work.
Nah,
You didn't have to show up. You could
building
have
her
called
up
the
for
place
success.
and set up all the
what
stuff
he's
with the
doing.
money and just let it all happen for her. But because she had to call everything, that's why she's mad at you.
It's like women fixing their tire for the first time. They feel empowered. You were giving her that option to like figure shit out.
I'm a nice guy. Like, I won't say I'm a trick. Like, I'm not going to buy a girl a purse. But, like, a few months ago, my ex came to see me. And one of my exes came to see me. And she pulled up, and her fucking brakes were making grizzly bear sounds.
Oh, God.
And I'm
Oh,
like, bitch,
yeah.
how long has this been happening? And she's like, probably like 3 weeks. And I'm like, you know, like, this shit is fucking metal to metal. That's why it's making that sound.
One day it won't stop.
Right.
You just
Yeah.
fucking not stop.
Yeah.
Girls know nothing, bro, about
Yeah.
cars. So I said, hey, man, let's go get your brakes fixed right now. Whatever.
It was probably just a brake pad.
Yeah, it was
that's
a
all.
brake pad, but she wanted to go to lunch, and I was like, nah, I'm going to take you to get your brakes fixed.
Yeah.
And she thanked me with some pussy.
Hey.
Yeah. Not that because it's like she would have definitely fucked you for the lunch,
Right.
But the brake pads, it's like, oh no, that's better sex. It's like,
That-
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
fuck the shit
future.
out of
You set me up for the future.
That
Yeah, you
shit
set me
made
up for the future.
that shit made her want to get back with me.
Also, you did the daddy thing. You took care of business.
Yeah, I took
That's,
it.
Girls want Papa Bears.
They love
Yeah.
that shit.
that's
Girls don't like weak guys. They like a nigga that controls situations.
Or
Yep.
just to make decisions. Like
Yeah,
make a
step up.
decision.
Make a decision. Make a decision.
Every girl I fuck with now, we go to a restaurant. I tell them what restaurant we're going to before we get there. I say, I already know what you're wanting before we get there. because I'm not sitting there for like I like to go to restaurants. I like to go to a restaurant. I already know what the fuck I'm gonna get. I know my appetizer. I know my drink. I know my entree, and I know my sides.
Wait, but you order the girls' meal too?
If she says I'll be like she'll have.
You know that's the bad guy in the movies, right? You know, I know you've seen every movie.
that
ever.
goes both ways.
The guy who does that she goes out on a date with the guy in the beginning of the movie, and he orders for her, and she's like, and then later on, it's a nice guy.
I don't like pasta.
She finds out later.
That goes both ways.
White wine. Yeah.
That goes both ways. She could be like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I see you. But at the same time, like, I can't even order what I want. This guy's being such a man. You know what I mean?
Do you give them a heads up? Like, do you send a text?
That's what I'm
beforehand?
saying.
Okay, and do you send like a link to the menu?
Yes,
and stuff? See,
I do
think
all
he's
the work.
prepared.
That's different. Okay, no, if
I do
you
all
send a link and all that stuff,
exactly.
that's different.
I tell her what restaurant we're going to. I send her the fucking menu. You should already know. Nope. She will have the ribeye, medium, a side of garlic mashed potatoes.
That's just you being
okay,
impatient.
what if she's super bad?
I'm very impatient.
What if she's like a dime, like a super 10, and she's like, hold on, David, and then she starts talking. Then what?
My experience from the baddest bitches is that you have to direct them.
That's true.
They have the baddest bitches are airheads.
Everyone's
I'm
done everything
terrified
for
of
them.
this.
Right,
That's why.
right.
That makes sense.
They're airheads.
Yeah.
And I think also this tells a lot about your date. Like if you take a woman out and she's ready to order immediately, that means you have a prepared ass woman. She's gonna take care of shit in the future. She might be someone you want.
What if she's the kind of woman that's like, ooh, waiter, what do you think's the best? Because I like that kind of woman too. That's like, oh, she's doing that kind of stuff.
That's agency.
Do y'all know Al Jarreau?
The name? Why do I know the name?
He's like a singer. Or
Yeah,
something.
singer. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
So the finest chick I've ever dated in my life was his granddaughter, Alicia Jarreau. This was the craziest, nuttiest, loopiest bitch I've ever seen. But I understood it. So when I met her, she ain't never did shit in her life. She grew up in the Pacific Palisades. Didn't go to high school. Didn't go to college. Right out of high school, she became like a trophy wife to some rich A&R in New York.
Damn.
So I was the first dude she had talked to in like 3 years. I don't know if she was already crazy or the situation that happened with the rich nigga made her crazy. But bro, when I stopped, you would have thought I was the finest nigga in the world when I told her I was done talking to her. Bro, she went and laid in the middle of the fucking street on Lankershim Boulevard in North Hollywood.
That's a busy street.
It was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Damn. What's her number?
Yeah.
Bro,
What's her number?
Also, does everyone in their family have Al-based names? I couldn't get over that.
This nigga is retarded. Bruh, she faked. She was so crazy, bro. Like, the final straw was, so she came to my house one time, faked the seizure.
Jesus.
And a diabetic shock or whatever.
Right.
To get attention.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Damn. That's the red
The
flag.
bitch was passed out. She was passed out on my floor. Matt Jones was there.
There's some guys that will see that like, man, this bitch really loved me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some bitch would see that.
Some equally insane guy.
She passed out in my house. I called the ambulance. The ambulance came. She got in the fucking ambulance. She was fine, up and talking. No IV ran in her. And I'm like, did this bitch just fake this shit? Like, and then we got to the hospital, and she's like she's one of the people who like go to the hospital and tell the nurses and doctors what she needs. Like, she's not letting you find out, oh, I can't do that because this does that. I need this and that. And it's like, this bitch was.
With no degree.
No degree, bro. Just a bad bitch. She was my height, 5'11",
Yeah.
gorgeous nigga. No guy would see her and say she's not good looking.
I'm terrified. As a single guy, I'm terrified of the airheads, dude, because I feel like this whole NDA thing, like, I need like verbal, written consent before anything, because if they're airheads, the next morning they can just like conceive this whole, like, your whole night in a way different way than you did.
They never do. It's always one of their friends.
Do you think that they're airheads, or do you think
Well, I don't know.
they're actually very smart and cunning and
That sounds like a
Maybe.
scary person. What you're saying.
That sounds like
Maybe.
that
Not
sounds
an
like
airhead.
a,
Well,
that sounds
like
like a
someone-
villain.
Like lets two guys double banger.
Yeah.
Well, that
See,
sounds like the
but
devil.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe she's acting like an airhead. I don't trust airhead. I don't know if you're acting. I don't know if this is real.
Well, you know,
I need a girl with agency. You can talk,
I see what
and
you're saying.
I know you're smart enough to know what's happening. Right?
I get what you're saying, but I think it's fair to assume that most girls aren't like fucking Jafar or whatever, like trying to like take over your life, bro.
Ruin it.
said
Just
Jafar.
some secret dark plan.
yeah. I think
With a
that's
cane that turns into a snake. Yeah.
you know what you're talking about
Jafar.
is a crazy situation. I think that's not like a normal thing that happens.
Hilarious. They're not that far.
I'm just worried, man.
I think it's not such a bad time to be a man. Women are much more forward now. Like women will come up and say, "Hey, do you want to fuck?" And that's not something that was
See,
happening.
I feel
There's a lot less
I feel
gray
those vibes in Austin, not in Dallas.
I don't fuck a girl unless we in text message explicitly detail what we're gonna do.
Ooh, that's naughty.
I'd be like,
that's good enough.
yeah.
That's liable in court, right
Exactly. I'd be like, hey, bitch, you about to come over and fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna suck that dick, daddy. I'm gonna eat that pussy. You gonna let me sit on your face? I like all those in the messages. So if ever,
there.
it'll be like, we talked about this before she even came. Like that's why she came over.
Officer, here's the game.
Right.
So here's the game plan,
Bro,
and I executed it to perfection.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
Tom
they
Brady.
can always lie. They can always
the
go
tape
on
right
the.
here.
Yeah, I record every week.
I don't know.
I mean, oh Jesus,
Dude, I record every time I jerk off. I don't trust myself.
I'll say it off camera. That's hilarious. I don't trust myself. Nigga, take that on stage.
I think I am. I was like, yeah, that's so stupid to say that. I think I said
Bro,
that on stage.
I was doing a joke like that. Not like that, but I was talking about, I said, everybody always, gets so clean and manicured to fuck other people, but y'all never, like, go shower before you fuck yourself.
Oh wow.
I was
That's a
like,
good point.
I was
That is a
like,
great
I
point.
shower and put on cologne before I jack off so that
Probably way
treat,
better, huh?
I treat myself good.
Damn, that is nice. Make it more sensual.
Yeah, but then
take yourself
you
out.
walking around with dirty dick later on.
Bro,
like.
clean, like a jack off after a shower is still clean.
That is what women do.
Really?
That's why we take baths. You know, they always always middle-aged women. They're like, I have to go take my bath.
That's the thing. Masturbate.
That's
Oh.
they can masturbate.
Aunties.
I'm at that age now where my dick is more sensitive now than it was in my early 20s. Like my dick is so sensitive. Like when I was in my early 20s, I could not come from head. Now if a bitch blows on my dick, I might start nutting.
That's hilarious.
For real. I don't know why. My dick is so sensitive now, bro.
Just blows on
But
it.
my new thing now is just to keep shit from happening. I make girls play with their pussy while I jack off.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because
That's
I
how
don't.
you know you're getting older when you're like,
Yeah.
hey, just do it over
Yeah,
there.
I'm a
Let's work
jack-
at our own separate
I'm a
spaces.
It's so safe, bro. It's so safe.
Safer and just,
We both can get there in our own
Yes.
time. And
There's no pressure.
We'll reconnect later.
It's so safe, man.
Oh, David.
All right, man. Well, thank y'all for checking out another episode
That's a
of
good
the
way to
Fat
end it.
Pessimist.
That's a great
Goddamn
way
right.
to end it.
The Fat Pessimist guys. We got Deric Poston, Sam Lopez, my boy Eddie Trevino, and of course, last but not least, Ahmad. Ehsan Ahmad, my bad. This your boy David Lucas. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this motherfucking video.
Can I plug my pod real
Yeah,
quick?
And
plug
mine
your
too.
pod.
Spoil the Beans, you guys. If you like movie podcasts, your boy Deric Poston has a movie podcast. Spoil the Beans. I explain I do the whole movie for people like Sam and Ehsan. They've never seen most movies, so I tell them the whole entire movie.
Shout out your Instagram.
Yeah, like Men in Black and fucking, Shawshank Redemption. Any big movie, I've told them all. So just come watch it. Spoil the Beans at Deric Poston on all social
Oh, that
media.
shit
Just
sounds
Deric
dope.
Poston. Sam, you want to say something?
Oh, I have a podcast too. It's called Boyfriend Material. We rate people for how
Yeah.
much we want to fuck them.
Hilarious.
And then
I'm not on it.
if you like current events and history, check out the Dangerous Brown podcast. I do a lot of historical
Yeah.
stuff, so check that out.
Just follow me on Instagram, man. Steady Eddie Funny. I don't have a podcast.
You're
but-
not a real comedian.
Yep.
Well, I need a podcast.
Yes,
That's how that works.
You're not a comedian. unless you got
I don't have a
podcast.
podcast.
Podcast with a new business card.
Yes,
man.
nigga, that's the business card.
Well,
All right,
there you
guys.
go.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this motherfucking video. Bring you the funniest comedians out here in the world. This is a legendary podcast. In 10 years, they'll be like, all them niggas was on one podcast? Goddamn right, motherfucker. Your boy
Hell yeah.
David Lucas. Peace.
Yeah.
That was hella fun.